Today, in this video, we are going to see about Introduction to C Programming. As we all know, the C was invented by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Laboratories in 1970s, and it is derived from the languages such as B, ALGO, and BCPL, which are made for Unix. And you might have heard about traditional C, that is a normal what we say as C, and ANSI C. This traditional C was the thing which was invented by Dennis, and there were many incompatibilities, and that was overcome by the American National Standard Institute, which is ANSI, and they released the version called as ANSI C. C had many inborn features which made it so popular among the programmers. Of course, it has a very good number of built-in functions and operators, and it is a high-level language which can be easily understood for writing the programs, and it is with a very small set of keywords which are 32 in number. It is a well-structured program with function calls and pointers, and the type conversion, that is the data types can be converted from character to integer and so on like that, and it is easily portable from one computer to another computer. And also the main thing is it is extendable, that is the user can add their own function for it. Then the main function section. The execution of the C program begins here. Inside the main function section, we have local declaration part, and this declaration part includes the variable declaration that can be accessible only by the main function. And then comes the statement section, which contains the executable code part of the program. After the main programs comes the subprogram section. In this, we can include any number of functions what we want. Each function can be defined with a specific operation to be done. Now we can see an example of a C program comparing to the structure. So in documentation section, we have a description that it is a program to find the area and perimeter of the circle. In linkage section, it has included the standard IO header file, and in definition section, it has defined a constant value for the pi. And in global declaration section, it has a single variable named as radius declared in float, and two functions which are the sub functions included in this program, such as area and perimeter. Then comes the main program. In this section we have two local variables declared as a and p, and then comes the coding section, that is a normal calculation. Then comes the two subprograms, area and perimeter, which are defined in the global declaration section. Hope you have understood what are the different parts included in the structure of C program by comparing with this example. Next, we can see what are the files used in C program. The C program contains 4 files normally. The source file, which has the code written by the programmer. Second comes the header file, that is the as we saw in the previous session, the standard IO header file, which is included in the program for executing the basic standard statements. Then comes the object file and then the executable file. We can see all the files in detail. The source files are with extension C, indicating that it is a C program. This contains the source code written by the programmer. The header files are with the extension .h, and these header files have pre-built keywords and instruction defined inside. And the related structure of the C program are grouped inside a single header file. So as we saw in the previous example, all the standard input output statements are included in a single header file called as stdio.h, which is an abbreviation of standard input output functions. The C provides additional feature by writing subroutines by the user, and they can be converted into a package so that this can also be included as a header file by another programmer. So normally, how these header files can be included in the program is, it is by using a keyword #include. On seeing the keyword #include followed by the header file, the compiler does the work of accessing all the declaration and the concept provided inside the header file. It is similar to copying the contents of the header file inside the source code file. Next, the object file. The object files are with the extension .o, and these files are generated by the compiler as the result of processing the source code file, which are with the extension .c, and these file normally contains the binary code. Finally comes the executable file with the extension .exe. Thinkers make use of the object file generated from the source code file to generate the executable file. These files are directly executable, and this can be copied into another system and can be executed directly without compilation. We can see some standard header files available in C. String.h, which is used for handling the string functions such as copying a string, cutting a string, etc. Standard IO header file that includes all the standard input-output functions such as printf, scanf, etc. Header file that includes some mathematical functions, that is direct function for finding the value of cos and sine, etc. like that. Alloc.h header file that is used for dynamic memory allocation, and conio.h has the definition of clear screen functions. So we can see the concept, or we can see the process how a header file can be included inside the program. Normally, this header file inclusion comes in the second session of the structure of C programming. It can be included by the keyword #include followed by the file either enclosed inside the angular bracket or inside the double quotes. Thank you for watching.